Next. Okay.
Good afternoon, friends. Today I am going to talk about internal security threat in our country. We are facing internal security threat since the independence. While after formation of our many states demanded their statehood on the basis of linguistic states. And due to this, many violence occur, and people demanded that they want their state as per their language. And this type of threat many times have come in our country, and our politician has managed to overcome from it. Other many reason in our security threat is due to the formation of Naxalism in the Jharkhand and Chhattisgarh area. Uh, it occur mainly due to the demand of that people that live there. They want just land. They want their land rights there, because during that time, in the name of development, our government was diminishing the forest, and these people only want their land guarantee, but government had not taken initiative in a better way. So due to this, they formed their separate groups, and Naxalism start. And now, and then from since that days, Naxalism is in our country continues. And same is the issue with the northeastern state. In northeastern state, they also demanded that and during the initial there, when these states are formed after independence, they demanded they want to remain independent. And but our central government has not taken their points seriously, and slowly and slowly they imposed FSPA there, which people were against them. And in due course, many small group come up with their leaders, and they do anti-social things many, and which government has to overcome. And they were which government has to overcome. Due to this, the northeast state become somewhat non-peace area, and government has also not given that much kind of attention to that area, because they have not developed that area in that way. Even since today, we can see that the area of the northern eastern are in not that developed as much our central India and north and south India. And in the J&K state also, the internal security threat is also due to their demanded. However, some of the demanded which are also unjustified. So this threat can only be reduced by talking with the local leaders in the particular manageable way, and to resolve the issue in a systematic way. With this, I want to conclude my lecture. Thank you, friends. Thank you, sir.
Okay. All right. Wait. Okay. So the topic was internal security threat of India. How you could have gone about it in a better manner. You know what you could have done. See, when you have a topic like this, you should first try to list down what are our internal security challenges. So when you started the lecturette, friends, today I'm going to speak about internal security threats of India. As you all know, we are facing internal security threats on multiple fronts. For instance, we have the problem of Naxalism in many parts of our country. Then, in many states of the Northeast as well as J&K, we have the problem of insurgency. Then, we have a long coastline, which is very difficult for us to completely protect. It is impossible due to the technical challenges involved. We also have borders which are very porous, due to which things like smuggling of weapons, of drugs, as well as counterfeit cash becomes very easy. Okay, so first you list down what are the internal security challenges. Okay, if you want, you can even add the law and order problems which exist in some states. Okay, then you come down to the reasons. You know, Naxalism started in India out of, frustration, out of, the Adivasis, the forest dwellers, and even the peasants feeling that their rights were being violated. It started from Naxalbari, West Bengal, right? And the immediate reason was exploitation of peasants. If you read that history, Charu Mazumdar, Kanu Sanyal, so you should have mentioned, you could have mentioned that, that could have been a meaningful point. You could have spoken a little about how these Naxals operate, how do they get funding, how do they get weapons. You could have spoken a little about that in case you know. Okay. Now, for instance, to help you understand one thing, two ways Naxals get money. One example I can give you, the funds which come for Manrega in rural areas, they siphon it off. Second thing is, of course, extortion. So they also have the same sources. Then you have insurgency in the northeast, you have insurgency in J&K. What is the reason? Unresolved political disputes. We discussed the other day, right? Even before independence, the states which formed later, Nagaland, Manipur, they came into existence later. They were not there in 47. They were all a part of Assam. So there were population groups in India which wanted to be independent, but they did not get their demands met. Their demands were not accepted. There was no workable solution in sight, which eventually led to violence starting there. J&K, you could have given good study. We all know the history, why it all started. You could have spoken about, then you could have spoken about what government is doing for this. There is a surrender policy for militants. In some cases, there is even dialogue happening, like in the Naga issue. Every 6 months, there is a meeting held, although there is not much progress, but at least there is something going on. So you could have spoken about that. And eventually, you could have spoken about how we can resolve it. Then in the end, suggestions could have come in. Okay, so it would have made it more meaningful. What you did is, you first brought one thing, then spoke about it, brought second thing, spoke about it. Not bad, but something better could have been done. Okay, all right. Chalo, next.